Hello there everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Unlimited video, catching up on this week's card reveals. This was the week of the 2-4, as you will soon see. Let's go ahead and just jump right into this. So, here we go, I'm in the, I've literally not even adjusted this Discord. I'm so professional, guys. Here we go, right. It's the week of the 2-4s. We've got a lot of 2-4s shown. We've got a lot of very interesting cards as well. So let's talk about this. So we are clearly getting a cycle of rare, I'm telling you, we are getting a cycle of rare 2-4s with an ability. I think these are really good. I'm quite surprised to see people thinking they are bad. These are good for a whole number of reasons beyond the fact that they are just 2-drop 2-4s, which is the gold standard stat line. It's also the fact they have extremely relevant traits. Force, Jedi Republic, all of them are Force traded, first of all. But I think that they pretty much all have the Force, Jedi Republic traits as well. On top of that, they have a meaningful effect, right? So AD is when an opponent plays an event, you get to deal damage to their base. That is relevant. That is like that extra damage can be the difference between like winning a game by one action and winning a game by two actions, which is the difference between winning the game or losing the game. So don't sleep on these kind of abilities. In particular, when something is 4 HP, that becomes very annoying to trade into. If you look at what the current meta game is, I'm sort of doing a little bit of diatribe on this now because I'm talking about them all at once, really. This is actually like, these are very sticky, right? A 2-3 or a 3-3 won't trade into them. A 3-5 3-drop, which is the gold standard stat line on a 3-drop, also won't kill them in one shot. So you have these units that are going to be sticking around in a really annoying way. Obviously, they get pinged Tarkintown, fine, but every 2-drop gets pinged Tarkintown. That is not a reason to say a card is bad. Every single one of them does. So, well, bar one. Bar one. We'll come on to. But yeah, I think these are going to be everywhere. I'd be very surprised if these are not super meta. Also worth saying, because of how sticky these units are, aggro just got a big boost. It's nice that this is actually aggro getting boosted isn't Sabine, because none of these really synergize with Sabine, so maybe we'll see some alternative aggro kind of coming to the fore. I'm just saying, like, my immediate perspective when I saw this was, oh cool, slap a blaster, that's a 4-4. Like, that's scary. That's a really scary thing to do on turn 1, so, on turn 2. So, yeah, I don't know, I'm very high on these cards. We'll talk about the 3 of them as they come up. So, obviously, that's the first one. The second one here is Yaddle, who, sorry, I now realise you can't, which is the best way to do this. We'll do this. So, Yaddle, who is the same, this is the blue version. He is a 2-drop 2-4 with Restore 1, and then the ability... that's better. On attack, each other friendly gains, friendly Jedi gains Restore 1. This is also Force Jedi Republic. So super relevant traits. Like, these are really relevant. Yeah, this is just a great card as well. Like, Restore 1 early on, like, a sticky unit is really powerful. And we also have Niman Strike, which is a 1-drop event where attack with a Force unit, even if it's exhausted, it gains +1/+0 in con-attack basis for the attack. This is a very interesting effect. It does let you potentially get some really nice sneaky 2-for-1s where your opponent doesn't expect it. One resource is very cheap, so like these are things that could be really, really powerful. Obviously, it depends how many Force units you need to have a critical mass in your deck, so it's very much a build-around aspect to this card, but I do think there is potential here for sure. Okay, next we got a legendary, the Legacy Run. So this is a 5-drop 3-3 Republic Vehicle Transport in yellow. When defeated, deals 6 damage divided as you choose among enemy units. So obviously, OBing for 9 is pretty good on 5. That's pretty good. The question is going to be how consistently are you doing that? Obviously, if this gets bounced, if this gets taken control of, right? Like if you do this and your opponent goes called traitorous or something, you are absolutely cooked. If your opponent... it basically is able to remove this in a way that isn't by dealing damage, or alternatively, if the 6 damage just like isn't that good, if your opponent no glories it, oh my god, it's absolutely awful. So basically, against control decks, this is going to be absolutely terrible, but you don't really want to play this against control decks. This is something you want to be playing against aggro decks, right? And so, if you can get this out early against an aggro deck, I'm thinking, for example, if you sneak attack it in, that's actually really meaningful. Like, you're doing that on turn 3, you get to just board clear them, most likely. That could be really good. So I'm not sleeping on this card. I think there is real potential here. I will want to try it out. Like just the idea of being able to go like bye-bye aggro board. So that's, it might be bad. It's probably bad, but I'm not 100% sure that it is. Okay, here we have maybe the best 2-drop in the game. This is Aura Singh. This is a 2-drop 1-4 hidden raid 2. This is so good. This is a 3-4. I don't know why yellow, but bring back Boba Yellow is all I'm saying. Bring back Boba Yellow. Let me play this card in Boba Yellow. No, this is just absolutely fantastic. Good GI card for what it's worth because it's hidden, so you can actually get like 2 untaps out of it on the flip. You can maybe suit her up with like a weapon or something, and suddenly, okay, hold on, maybe Aura Singh's cooking. So Yeah, very interesting. I think this is a great card. I mean, it's pretty obvious, like, this is going to be staply played in every yellow-black deck. We've also got Drengir Spawn, which is a 4-drop 3/3 with Overwhelm, and then when this attacks and defeats a unit, you gain a number of experience tokens equal to the defeated unit's cost. Cute card, probably bad. And then we got a load of stuff there. Okay, here we got GI. I'm not going to spend too much time on this guy because he's just fucking disappointing. So, action, tap, use the force, attack with a friendly unit. The defender gains -2/-0 for this attack. Epic action, if you control 5 or more resources for this leader, he comes down as a 3/5. Shielded, on attack, the defender gains -2/-0 for this attack. So, worth saying, like, once you get that first force token, like, you're basically always going to have them because you're probably attacking with a force unit, right? So it's immediately going to come back once you spend it. That's fine. Is this ability that good? No. You know, like, if it also did -HP, okay, now this unit control thing is suddenly starting to look more appealing. On the flip side, only he gains the ability. Again, if like it was whenever any of your units attack, that might be better. His stats aren't amazing. They're fine. Like, a 3/5 shielded is fine. But it's just like, there's a lot here. I'm just like, is it that good? Like, am I that excited for this card? The answer is no. I'm very doubtful this will be that good. Like, I mean, it'll be great in limited environments, but like in constructed, I'm just doubtful. Then we got Crushing Blow. This is a 3-drop defeat a non-leader unit that costs 2 or less. Yep, that's the bargain bin. And then Purge Trooper, 3-drop 4/2. When played, you may deal 2 damage to a force unit. This could see play, potentially. I am doubtful. But maybe. Just worth noting that this set's version of this Hobby Next thing actually basically comes with a Force token instead of initiative tokens. That's pretty cool. Then we got some very interesting cards here. We got Nail Marauder, 3-drop 1/5 with Raid 3. Now, I don't think this card is that good because defensively it's going to absolutely get cooked. 4 is not the breakpoint that 5 is. And yeah, I understand, like, in Underworld, like, there's this whole thing. But, like, for me, I'm looking at this, I'm considering Sundari Peacekeeper as quite a comparable thing. And Sundari Peacekeeper is a lot scarier because he has the Restore 2. As well as the Raid, right? Like, Restore 2 is actually quite meaningful. Raid 4 for 1 extra damage, like, maybe this gives you some better trades. I mean, it's fine. It's not bad. I wouldn't say it's bad. I just don't think it's, like, as good as many people are saying. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Nameless Terror is a 3-drop 3/3. When played, you may exhaust a force unit, and on attack, each enemy unit loses the force trait for this phase. Limited, really good. Outside of that, pretty terrible, I think. And then we've got another legendary in Marchian Row. This is a 6-drop 6/7. Each friendly unit's raid is doubled. I think this will see play in GI only. And like, I mean old GI. Because you slam this on his deploy turn and your opponent kind of has to answer this card because you're probably going to have a bunch of big raid units. And that buys you enough time to like, and hopefully enough resources from your opponent that you can actually do some sort of reasonable flip turn. I think that is basically the only way this like sees play. I think this out about on Wednesday from the live stream about like different rarities and some Galactic Championship news. What I do want to flag is the one new card we saw on that stream, which was Gungi. This is the 2/4, except it's a 2/5. Green's thing was this just has an extra HP, and this is obviously insane. This is like the best 2-drop in the game. There's like a 2-drop 2/5 is crazy. Like really, really powerful stats, insanely sticky. Like this doesn't die to ping Darkentown. Like this is the GOAT. Gungi, my G. I will be picking up the prestiges. Okay, next up we have got Avar Chris. Action, the force is with you. Okay, I'm listening. 9-drop deploy, 4/10. While the force is with you, this gains +4/+0 and overwhelm. This is an 8/10 overwhelmer. Okay, but let's look at this epic action. If the number of resources you control plus the number of times you used the force this phase is 9 or more, deploy this leader. Okay, so what this means is, realistically, this is an 8 deploy, probably a 7 deploy, on average. If you build for it, this is probably a 7 deploy. In some unicorn land circumstances, you can get this out earlier than that. But realistically, this is like a 7 deploy. As a 7 deploy, with these kinds of stats, I think there is potential for this to be competitive, 100%. What it's really going to come down to, like many of these things, is how good is the force payoffs we're playing in the deck, right? Like we are now like confident that we have enough ways to generate the force token. That's fine. How good is the thing we are doing with that force token? That's really what it's going to come down to. And if we are consistently doing something really broken with that force token, I think this is going to be very powerful because like, I mean, yeah, allowing for the fact that, you know, it's a late deploy, but like, you know, if you always have the force when you need it, that is very, very powerful. So, because a lot of the sort of balance that's built into the mechanic is the fact that you kind of have to get the Force first, right? You're giving up 2 HP to even begin to interact with the mechanic. So, yeah, I think a lot of potential here. Next up, we got Jedi Temple Guards, 4-drop 2/4 with Ambush and Restore 2. It's fine. I don't think it's anything crazy. I think, like, you know, Rey, new OB like this because they can buff it up. And Boba from set 2 likes this because it can buff it up as well because of the keywords. It seems fine. Doesn't seem like super broken or anything. It just seems okay. And then Jedi Vector. This is a 2-drop 1/3 that can become a 3/3. This is definitely bad. Okay, and then our final batch of card reveals for this week. We have Priestesses of the Force. This is 7-drop 6/8. Force traded when played. You may use the Force. If you do, give a shield token to up to 5 units. This is obviously awful. Sorceress Blast, 1-drop. Amazing art. This is one of my favourite artwork pieces. Use the Force. If you do, deal 3 damage to a unit. This is quite good, right? Like, this is better than Daring Raid. It's just you have to have the Force. But then you get this quite efficient removal tool here. So, we'll see. We'll see. Probably not good enough. And if this kind of should have been able to go to base, I think, because, like, why can't it really? But, yeah. And then finally, we have Venestra Row. This is a 3-drop 3/4, Force Jedi traded. Shout out to the Acolyte. When played, you may use the Force. If you do, ready this unit. So this is a Falcon, right? It's like, I just wish this was a 3/5. I just feel like they could have made this a 3/5, you know? Like, that would have been fine. It is what it is. It's fine. I'm not 100% sold on this being incredible, but fundamentally, for 6 resources, you slam this down, you suit her up with a gun, and then you hit the opponent's face for 5. Like, that can win you a game, like, very feasibly. So, like, I'm not going to say this is bad. This is definitely not bad. I'm just not going to say it's, like, that good, but I think this is good. Not crazy, but not bad. It's good. Not quite done. Had a couple more show up, so having to re-record a bunch of this. So we've got Jedi Starfighter. This is a 2-drop 1/4 with on attack you may deal 1 damage to a space unit. It's sticky. I just don't know how good a 1/4 with that kind of ability is. Like, I get it's in space, and that is potentially valuable, but I don't know. It's just a 1/4. It's like, you need to be doing something pretty insane, and I just don't think this is it. This isn't like Padawan Starfighter, which like gets really big or something, right? Like, this is like, eh. Next, we got Mace Windu, an uncommon. 6-drop 6/6, Force Jedi Republic. Okay, 6/6 on 6 is not terrible. Overwhelm. When played, you may use the Force. If you do, deal 4 damage to a unit. That's doing something impactful. So this can nuke down a lot of stuff if you ECL it in. This could be quite a good ECL target. I think, I mean, you wouldn't be able to get the Overwhelm the way round you want it, but you can ECL... Oh no, well, you can't because you wouldn't get the Force token. Never mind. Yeah, I think this is potentially interesting, but obviously, like, this is best as an ECL or a timely, and then, like, are you going to be playing the Force in those kind of decks? So it's a little iffy. We'll see. I think in principle this is quite a powerful card, though. 4 damage is a good amount, but I wish it did 5. Knight of Ren, this is a 3-drop 4/4. That's good. That's good. No hate from me. That's good. Okay, then we've got Lothwolf. This is a 2-drop 3/3 Sentinel with this unit can't attack. So just another Kaz blue card, but also not bad, right? Like a 2-drop ground Sentinel for 3/3. Like, I'm also thinking of this in Kanan where you can just keep shielding it. Like, that could actually get really annoying for your opponent to deal with. So I actually quite like this card. Maybe Kanan's not going to be terrible. We'll see. Then we got another one of the bases, and our final card is legendary Darth Vader. Oh baby, Twilight of the Apprentice, 6-drop 5/6. So okay stats. Force, Imperial, and Sith traded. When played, give a shield token to a friendly unit and to an enemy unit. So that's pretty good. And then on attack, defeat an enemy unit with a shield token on it. So obviously the Lompike into Darth Vader combo is nuts. Obviously, like. So, this can defeat leaders, this can defeat anything. Okay, that's very interesting. The downside is there's quite an easy way to get rid of shield tokens, and that's by attacking things with them. So, I am not 100% sure how good this will be. I mean, I really hope it's good because the artwork is super cool, but we'll see. In principle, this is a very powerful ability. I'm just thinking, like, the way this would be good is basically when you, like, play Darth Vader in a situation where your opponent can't get rid of the shield immediately, and then take initiative, and then first action swing and just delete the thing, right? Like, it's kind of a niche scenario. However, this could potentially just be something that's so threatening, or obviously cross arena, right? Like, that's the other thing. If your opponent plays a big ship, this just nukes the big ships. Now, that is much more interesting, right? Like this can just deal with any of the big ships. So that maybe this is a Kira mirror tool. Who knows? Yeah, we'll see how this ends up being used. But I think I'm very interested to see this card nonetheless. I mean, and giving shields no matter what is quite powerful. So maybe that alone is just good enough. We'll see. That's it. Back to the video. There we go. That's it for this one. There's not a huge week of card reveals for once, so that's good for my my voice surviving these videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think of these cards in the comment section down below. If you would like to see more Star Wars Unlimited content, you know what to do, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.